Oh my goodness gracious. Oh Nelly. Hey folks, Jerome Forestwood here. We are over at the intersection of Macdonald and West Broadway. So we are over in Kitsilano. Great to see you. Nice to have you here on the stream. Yeah, we're in Kitsilano. Who would have thought? Kitsilano, eh? What a day, what a day. So yeah, we are over here in Kitsilano right now. And there's still 30 minutes of the farmers market, so I think we're gonna try to take a gander on over there, see if we can get on over there. We'll try to cross the street here. Okay, and then head on over. Let's check our audio settings out over here. Okay, and then head on over. Oh, it sounds good. Let's check our audio settings out over here. Vandruff, nice to see ya. Nick, nice to see you. Good to have you on the stream. So Winter's Farmers Market isn't too far away. It's just up the street here, so we'll head on up and tour. It's over by the local high school. The street before Lark, though. Can't remember what that street is, but it sits between Stevens and Lark, so we'll head on over there and check that out. All right, great to have you here on the stream as we're here in Kitsilano, walking on West Broadway. I have not been here in like the longest time. I have definitely not been here in the longest time. Look at that right there. Dorothy, good to see you. Hi, I used to be shy. Good to see you as well. Nice to have you here on the stream. So this is Stevens right up ahead here. So this is Stevens and West Broadway here. We're gonna go up one more block and then up and into the area where the high school is, and that's where the winter market is for the farmers market here in the neighborhood. And this farmers market happens every Saturday, or every Sunday, sorry. Every Sunday from 10 to 2. So we'll head on over and see what we can gander. Cam, good to see ya. Manuela, good to see you too. Nice to have you on the stream, yeah. Oh, we're outside of the Sunshine Diner. This is where you get your Elvis, your James Dean, and your Marilyn Monroe sculptures all at once. Sunshine Diner. Local breakfast joint here in the neighborhood. It's about the same price as the Jam Cafe or a few other places. Buns and Bites, I have not seen this place before. Okay. We're gonna have to take a look at that in the future. But yeah, it's about the same price, the Sunshine Grill on over here, as the Jam Cafe and stuff like that. You can tell this is a sought after neighborhood. We have a Dairy Queen on over here. Okay, we're at the street, Trafalgar. Trafalgar is the street. I guess we'll cross it first. Sean, good to see you. Christine, good to see you. And if they moved it back to the original spot, we'll find out that too. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Husband, nice to see you too, yeah. We are here right now in Greektown, Kitsilano. Technically this is Greektown. Here on West Broadway. We made our way down here. So yeah, this is West Broadway and this is Trafalgar Street here. And then of course you got the Dairy Queen right on over there. A lot of highly sought after neighborhoods here in Vancouver have Dairy Queens in them. And you don't usually see Dairy Queens in other parts of Vancouver and around the city. That isn't there. Interesting people there. You keep the camera on you. On your face, and they get upset. So weird. So weird. Yeah, good to see you guys. Nice to have me on the stream. So we are strolling up Trafalgar Street here and up and over to the market. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, and it looks like it's over here. So I think we're in luck. Oh yeah, Nick. Oh yeah, most definitely. Right there. Not the right coat. He's like mysteriously walking next to me, so he just kind of stopped and waited for them to pass. And they got upset with that. Love it. Okay, so over here, let's check out the food trucks first. We got Nami. We've had food from there before. Their pork belly banh mi is awesome. Pistachio's got a new pasta truck here. Okay. What's going on here? There's a sourdough focaccia. And then there's some nice pasta on over here too. It looks really good. It looks really good. All right. Crack-on's right behind me. And of course, Disco Cheetah right on over here. This is how they started out, guys. Disco Cheetah. Of course, we went downtown not too long ago to the actual Disco Cheetah area. Okay, or restaurant. So yeah, we had their Bugoli beef bowl. And we went on over there. Absolutely delicious. But this is how they started. They started with this truck right here doing this type of stuff. So they're back right on over here. We got some vendors right behind us too. Selling some, I'm kind of more interested in this right on over here. I want to see what's going on here. We'll come back. They're a little busy. Then you got Planted Love right on over here. So they do everything plant-based right here. So very, very cool to see. Awesome. So, we got falafel bowls, pita bowls, and other stuff like that. It's so awesome. Get the espresso car, special car bike here. I love it. I love it. And like the regular staples that you'll see here at the market. Yeah, there's a pasta truck here too. And that's pistachio, which is like they also they also come to the market. So it's interesting to see them now with the food truck. This is the Winter Farmers Market here, guys. This is part of the Vancouver Farmers Markets chain. Okay, it's a community-led organization on over here that helps promote these markets here in the city. And there's lots of different markets here in the area. So people will come on over here. It just gives them an opportunity to also just come on over to the area and check out some other produce and stuff like that that's available here in the city. Okay, but that might not be immediately available to them. Blue Comet Seafood's right on over here. So a lot of the same things. Eden Fresh Farms just wrapping up, it looks like. We are getting to the end of the day on over here. What the? Oh my goodness gracious. What? Okay, I'll try. Can I show them? I got people on the live stream right now. Okay, so what's this?
traditional Syrian cookies.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Syrian cookies,
Yeah,
mamu.
Yeah, shortbread, not too sweet.
Oh, and this is Damaskico.
Yeah, Damaskino.
Damaskino pastry.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually saw your ad, like on the market website, of course,
right.
where everyone else is today. That's actually really good.
Thank you so much.
Really, really good. What's this one right here?
Baklava?
So the Syrian baklava?
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How much are these?
This 2010.
And that's 10. Can I have one of those?
Yeah, small or big?
Just the 4, the small.
Hi there, would you like to try?
Okay, give me a sec here, guys. Okay, they just got other customers here too, so they got to work the crowd. I'm just getting my 10 out here right now. I just got a 10 ski right here, if that's okay. That makes it a little easier for you.
Date and walnut. Which flavor would you like? With walnut on plain?
I think I'll go with the walnut. Gemini wasn't being a pain and wanted attention. Gemini turned on. Damaskino pastries. Awesome, I'll bring this home. You got to try them out. You got to try them out. They're actually look pretty good. Okay, you got Golden Meadows Honey Farm here. Hi, can I actually show this? Is that okay?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
There you go.
Guys, come on down here. Okay, so you got a whole bunch of different honeys right on over here. We're looking at the blueberry blossom here. And there's the fireweed honey right on over here too, guys. Hey, where are you guys located?
In Pitt Meadows. That's where the farm is.
Oh, you're not that far away then. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And wildflower honey too. So this is the bees are going to all these different plants in these different areas.
Yes, exactly. So we got
Okay.
different kinds and
Okay.
they're delicious.
Yeah, so guys, come on down here and check these places out, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, that was awesome. We got the chili tank here too. Okay, so they're right on behind us here. Local staples right here in the neighborhood. Okay. We'll try some of these in a minute or two. And look at that, you got Odd Society there too. Just selling their wares, their spirits. They're very, very good. Okay. We're taking a break right now, but from it, there's Ilachi right there. Okay, we saw them before. You guys are almost sold out again.
Yeah, we're almost sold out.
Guys, you got to get down here early. Early. Can I show them what I had before though?
Yeah.
Okay. Not to this market, to another market. I believe it was the Riley Park Market. I had that one right there, the herb chutney and cheese croissant. That was really good. These guys are always selling out by the end of the day.
Yeah. They come on early.
Yeah. And how do you say the name of your company again?
Lychee.
Lychee. So I didn't say it right before. Lychee. I need to remind myself of that. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so like that's the thing right on over here. You got Market 49 Foods down here, the local maple syrups. You got Morgan's right on over here. We tried some of their stuff too. So awesome. So awesome. Justin, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Yeah. Drawable, are you at the Kitsilano Farmers Market? Yes, we are. We are at the Kitsilano Farmers Market right now. Yes, we are. We are over here and we are getting nosy. Okay, and I already picked up something right on over here from Damaskino pastry. But you got a whole bunch of different spots on over here. This is awesome to see. Maple syrup. He's probably just going around right now, picking up some groceries himself. Oh, let's get the sign for him. We're rescuing the sign. It started blowing away. So Baba Ali Foods right here. Faria Bakery. You're going to see a lot of bakeries at these markets right now. Okay. One way to start up a food business and really start building it is from the pastries and stuff like that. You don't need as many, there's not as much regulations around pastries that there is around once you start involving meat and stuff like that in the foods. Then you start getting into a different thing where you need a little bit more insurance and legal issues and all that type of stuff. Okay, let's start to pile in when you start using meat and stuff like that. And that's why you also find a lot of things that have pastries or dried fruits or stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we want. And our farmers markets are also where people can start building a business. This guy over here is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, let's come on over here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Right here. I'm just on a live stream on YouTube, okay? Nice. So, yeah, can I get a mocha?
Mocha coming up.
Awesome. Okay. Guys, we're going to get a mocha. Okay. Give me a sec. I wanted to get one of these cookies out and then put the rest back in my bag, guys. Okay. It's just cool. And that's also how you get to see like the different diaspora groups that are here in Vancouver as well. Coming down to these farmers markets from people from all different backgrounds here and stuff like that. So awesome. So awesome. Signs knocking. Yeah, no, the wind's blowing over the signs. I saved the sign. I hope. And this one's got the walnuts and the date filling inside. Well, the dried fruits, the dried nuts. That was quick.
I know.
Wait, give me a sec here.
Drink a minute.
I'm gonna pay for that. They got tap too, guys. Can I get a receipt if it's possible?
Yep.
And they got receipts.
You want to print it?
A printed one would be, yeah, you can text it, well, however. Okay. Oh, a printed one. I even like that. That's better.
There you go.
Taxman likes those the best.
There you go.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Okay. I need to finish the cookie. The walnuts is a bonus. It really is a bonus right on over here. Yeah, people are coming up the steps and stuff like that. Yeah, I keep the camera on me right now, but like, look at that on over there. Wow. All right. I don't know, good to see you. We're at the Kitsilano High School right on over here in Kitsilano. And this is the farmers market location for the Winter's Farmers Market. Yeah, good question. So we got our mocha right on over here at the Buzz. You'll see them down here regularly in the winter time. Okay. They got some really good prices. Okay, for a mobile cappuccino truck. So, not bad at all, not bad. We got their mocha right on over here. Okay. Yeah, the wind's blowing signs over. The chef's food sign just went on over too. And it's a heavy one too. It's a hefty one. This is actually a really good mocha. Yeah, guys, check them out. They're just like setting up right now, but Buzz right on over here. It's coming to the end of the day. Okay, they wrap up. Some of them are wrapping up right now and getting ready. They're still open. You can still come. What's cool though is they got chairs here too. Chairs and seating. So if you want to come on down, lots of chairs and seating. Okay. So while we're going around, you got kimchi right on over here. The chef's spoon. Okay. Different fruits. You got BC garlic on over here. Twins Donuts is over here. They still got like, hey, if you want to get some food, they haven't sold out yet at Twins Donuts. They almost sold out. Stapleton. So like the whole 9 yards is on over here, guys. This is awesome to see. Stapleton Meats, Madeira Farms, that type of stuff. But yeah, they really are wrapping up today. Okay, we had Nina's pierogies before. They're absolutely delicious. We had them over in Coquitlam. Okay, This is Hanceville Farms, so another one where you can get your beef and stuff like that. A lot of it's like organic and all that stuff, so it's pretty cool. Willow Rock Farms. And you also see a movement from some of the different farms and stuff like that too. Sometimes you'll see like canned goods come in the winter time. They'll go and they'll can a lot of their own stuff. And then they'll bring it in and sell it at the farmers market, which is absolutely awesome to see. Okay, Rockwell Farms right here. And that's where you get your chicken and your eggs. This is homegrown right on over here, apple juice. Okay, so if you want that, you can come on over here. A bread affair. Looks like they're just wrapping up. They're probably sold out. Here's guys. Come on down and check them out. But yeah, look at that. And then the local farm, see the sky, some wild edibles and all that type of stuff. And then we saw these guys right on over here. Is that not awesome? Is that not awesome? Rocky, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Yeah, awesome, awesome. And this is really good. This is really good. Yeah, drive was like yesterday. Went to Trimble Park in Larcano Beach. Okay, it's a perfect no rain and hardly any people. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Ah! Sorry, Nancy, I don't think my body could take that. Ah! We were out here and yeah, just getting nosy. We just finished up, wrapped up over here at the farmers market. They're getting they're wrapping up for the end of the day, so we're gonna head on out. But if you still got a few minutes, they're still down here for a few more minutes doing their thing. So come on down. The vendors don't leave. They might put up a sign saying sold out, but they don't leave. Okay? Because they want to keep their spot so they can come back. Ah! Nick, Asif went out long and hard looking for snails. Okay? We'll eventually put them on some sort of pizza. Ah! Yeah, so it must be like almost, yeah, 1:51. Yeah, they're pretty much wrapping up for the day. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So they got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. So you have 9 minutes to run out of your house if you live immediately around here to pick up some food. Yeah, we know where to actually buy snails now these days. Yeah, we learned. And they're actually easy to get. Richmond is definitely one place where you can buy interesting ingredients, very, very common and normal ingredients. Like snails aren't that unusual of a food group. Okay. Let me cross the street. Don't know if I'm allowed to cross here, if I'm breaking any rules. This guy was parking though. So I wasn't worried. Off to make the fresh pizza sauce. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. I cannot complain about that. Oh, this is so cute. Someone put benches down here. That's so cute. And then they wrote stuff on here. Enjoy the colors. I'm sure they probably chill out here. On this walk, take a rest. Ah, that's so welcoming. Look at that. Nice little corner on over here by a nice home and stuff like that. I'm sure they're not expecting you to sit in that chair right there or the other chair on the hill, but very, very cool to see. They've definitely put it in on over here. I think this might be like an apartment building or something like that too. Not sure. Some of these old houses have been reconverted into apartments down here and stuff like that. Okay. So very, very cool. Very cool to see. Old garage on over here too. Yeah, so Asa just threw the first episode of Chicken Wars into there. He worked long and hard. He got the video processed on Friday. He didn't get it posted till Saturday, but I think he might have got it in under the wire at like 11:59 Friday or something like that. Either way, guys, it is now available, and he is planning on trying to post those all on Fridays going forwards. Okay, it's just working it into his flow there, and then from there, you know, when I'm done with City Crawl for Friday Call, okay, chicken, we can just direct you guys to Chicken War, the new episode of Chicken War. Oh, that's nice, Ronald or Arnold. Anything with fried chicken on there. Wow, this has become very popular out over here. This is the not so new KFC here. It's been here for like a year and a half now. You get a very different KFC experience over here than you get with the downtown KFCs. Like service, actual service. I think that guy's gonna come back for his boxes. He's got a lot of boxes. But yeah, now we're just right on over here, guys. So welcome, folks. We are currently in Kitsilano. Stopped by the farmers market. We got a nice mocha from A Buzz, mobile cappuccino. Okay, we picked up some pastries from Damaschino Pastry. Hey.
Is the market still going on?
It's gonna close in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
No worries, Ed. What can you say? What can you do? Some people didn't even know about the market. Now they know. Job was like, Jerome, are you and Asif excited for the FIFA Cup at all? Yay, streaming opportunity! Yay, potentially lots of views. Who really knows, though? It would be fun if we got like a little. It'll be fun for a bump. So yeah, we're excited in our own way for the FIFA Cup to come to Vancouver. Excited in our own way. And I'm sure that other people that cover culture events in other cities around Canada, I think like there's FIFA Awful happening in Toronto. And there's also FIFA happening like just south of the border too on over here. So I'm sure like a whole bunch of the different people that cover cultural events will be definitely happy with the opportunity to stream that and make videos and all that stuff. So this is the thrift store on over here. It's not open right now. It's usually open on Mondays to Saturdays, I believe. Double check its hours there. Yeah, see, Monday to Saturday. We used to live up at UBC, so this would be a neighborhood we would come to a heck of a lot back in the day. That's why I know a whole lot about Kitsilano and all that stuff. But like, besides the average stuff that you get to see in here right now, are those like porcelain collectibles? I'm kind of like, should we go in there and find some collectibles? But like, this particular Salvation Army on over here, you can buy like snowboards at, ski gear at, okay? Because it's amazing. It's just a Vancouver thing, you know? Someone's got an old snowboard lying around, they haven't been using it for a while. They'll give it to the Sally Ann. Sally Ann will make some good money off of it too. So not too bad. And then it goes back to supporting people like the homeless. They got a big homeless kitchen and homeless shelter in the downtown that they keep very clean, very modern. It looks different from some of the other shelters that are in the area. And definitely very cool. Okay. Let's give you a little bit of the street view now. We're moving into the neighborhood here. There's a Safeway across the street. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Ah, draw. Draw, if you want to volunteer for the FIFA World Cup, I'm sure that they would love as many volunteers as they can. Okay, so this is new. This is also one of those tales where you get bummed out when one of your favorite places is left, but you also just learn to celebrate the new place that came in. Okay, so this is Dario Gelato Italiano. So they're doing coffee, gelato, and pastries. Okay, but this used to be the Baroness Princess bubble tea shop. Don't worry, there's one downtown still, so not too worried. This was one of my favorite first bubble tea shops in the area. Now it's a Dario Cafe. It looks good. Ah! Ah! Oh, yeah, Arnold. It looks good, but yeah, I ain't getting bubble tea from there anymore. I guess I'll be getting some coffee if I don't pick up a Buzz's mobile cappuccino. You can tell this was made with care. And he slammed the espresso fast, guys. That was wild. That was someone who's worked an espresso machine for a while there. The odor of Buzz. And then we got the mocha at the market. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this is the intersection of Macdonald and West Broadway. If we did have... you can see part of the mountain there in the background. If we didn't have that cloud there covering the other half of the mountain, you'd see a whole mountain here. And right now you can only see about the base, which is just this like a dark blob. Yeah, I'm excited. Like when we come back in the summertime, I'll stop by at Dario and get some gelato or something like that. Excited to see. This is like, I have a friend that lives in one of those apartments at this intersection. Oh, very cool. Right, I was assuming, Justin, that was probably a block back. But yeah, there's some apartments just behind me right here. There's some apartments right here, so. So, and this is Greektown as well. So welcome to Greektown, right on over here. This is Greektown. It's not really as Greek as it used to be. Okay. But this is where Greektown, this is where the people settled from the Greek diaspora groups back in the day. They still settle over here, but now they settle all over the city as well. There's also a small Italian community that's starting to come into this area as well. But there's also Syrian and a whole Pan-Asian assortment of diaspora groups on over here too. And of course, the regular Canadian diaspora groups as well. So, this is just the local neighborhood. We're passing by the Home Hardware right on over here right now. There's the Home Hardware. That's where you get things like this. Your coat hangers. Your brushes for your snow cars. I don't know how many snow brushes they're selling right now. Ah! But yeah, that's definitely awesome. Definitely awesome to see. There's a chef's flavor right there. 10-item lunch tally plate, $14.99. Look at that right there. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That's a bit of a deal. It's very, very good to see. Very, very good to see. So yeah, we're just getting nosy today. We're coming down to the neighborhood and we're checking out what's going on here in Kitsilano. So good to see everyone on the stream. If you want to support the channel, you can hit the $sign during the live stream. Send us a super chat or super sticker. If you're watching the recording afterwards, you can hit the heart sign and send us a super thanks. Those are all ways that you can support the channel. We also have channel memberships and yeah, direct donations through Interact e-transfer too to my email address, jforcefit@gmail.com. So there's lots of ways. Kevin, nice to see you.
I'm pretty sure they do that.
I'm loving this mocha. Loving this mocha. Right across the lane. There's the Premier's office. That's not his like Premier's office. That's his constituency office right on over there for David Eby. Not criticizing him or saying anything good about him either. Just kind of pointing it out, hey, that it's on over here. And you can see that we're just in like a normal neighborhood like anyone else. So yeah. Nick, we picked up another one. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. At least yeah. Yeah. There's Lala Island right there, and right when I had the camera on my face too. So very interesting to see. There's Lala Island right on over there. That's awesome. And Tachikot? Oh! What? Okay, well, you know what? That's what happens sometimes. Sometimes restaurants just choose to leave. See what happens when you don't come to the old neighborhood as often as you used to because you moved to another part of the city. Tachigan, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants on over here. Actually, I like Sabor Mexicano a little bit better. You can't really go to Taxigan anymore. They're gone. They're gone too. That's okay. Somebody else will definitely move in there. This is like a sought-after street right on over here. People fight for spots over here, at least for the good spots that are over here. There used to be, this is the shoebox right now. This used to be Bill's barbershop right on over here. That's very interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. Oh, wow. And we're just crossing Carnarvon. Hey, seriously, that's what it's called, Carnarvon. Right there. See? Carnarvon Street. Carnarvon and West Broadway. That's okay. We got wonderful Mexican place on the Kingways by the Purdy's. That's true. That is very, very true. Very, very true. We'll go. We'll support Louisa on over there. Every once in a while when you can. Yeah, so some things in the neighborhood have changed. Some things have stayed the same. Very, very cool to see. Very, very awesome to see as well. But right on over here, this is West Broadway that we're on right now. Here in the neighborhood. You can see how this place is really indicative of like the city plan of 1995 that really favored a lot of these more, even though this building probably has like, you know, brown and the elevator in here, more of that like lower level kind of tower buildings and stuff like that. Okay, very, very cool to see. Apartments below, above, and then like a nice set of restaurants down below. Yeah, and the 1995 city plan, not the new city plan that just came out. There's a new city plan that just came out that's going to transform this entire city. I have the video literally processing on my computer right now. Kevin, we're in Kitsilano right now. We're in Greektown, Kitsilano. But yeah, it really made what the 1995 city plan did was really make like these cores right here, okay? Greektown, West 4th Ave, Commercial Drive, Victoria Drive, all of these different little cores on over here. It really strengthened them, made them more prosperous, made them more economically viable for businesses and stuff like that. Okay. Just kind of enhanced with the 1928 plan, which was the plan before that. Can you imagine that? It took from 1928 to 1995 to come out with like a more bigger, robust city plan. The city plans in between those periods really kind of just reified the same thing. But yeah, the 1995 plan really did this. And now the new plan that's come out, the Vancouver plan, I'm not sure if it was published in 2025 or 2024 and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, the density around areas like Nanaimo Station is gonna explode. They're gonna have like 20-story towers by Nanaimo Station. And then 400 meters out, they're gonna have 12-story buildings. And then 800 meters out, they're gonna have 8-story buildings. That's gonna transform that area. That's crazy to think about. Crazy. And we'll discuss that in my next video. Yeah, Christian, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. But yeah, and neighborhoods like this on over here, this neighborhood actually on over here isn't going to change very much. It's not near a bus hub right now or a SkyTrain station. If it was near a bus loop, you would see the density on over there by the bus loop too. And you can see some major towers being built over by the Dunbar bus loop. Just south of here, that way. Okay. I can't remember what the numbers are there. Around bus loops is a little bit less density, so I think they start with the 12 and then they go to the 8. Okay, from the 200 meters and 400 meters away from the station, and then they go back to regular houses and stuff like that. But yeah, Dunbar is getting built up too, especially around 41st Ave and Dunbar Street, heading on into UBC. So this place is like gonna change. But right here in Kitsilano, okay, not much change is gonna be coming to this area, except if you are deciding to build 6 to 8 properties or 4 to 8 properties on your individual property. You can do that if you want. Ooh. Boss halal meats. I guess if you want halal, you can come on over here and get halal. That is awesome to see. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. The changes to the city aren't gonna happen like overnight or anything like that. Like you're not gonna see like a major building come through, but the days of the amount of consultation they used to do with the public is going to change, and it has changed drastically. And that hasn't been the city that's changed it. It's been the federal, or not the federal, it's been the provincial government. So the provincial government has changed it. Very, very interesting to see. Very, very interesting. And that's not only for this city, that's also for other places. So, for example, if you're in Kelowna, okay, and you're near either a bus hub or some kind of other large transit hub on over there, they have at least a bus system. Okay, there's going to be more density built out there too. So the whole province is going to change. It's going to be fascinating to see. Fascinating. But yeah, look at this right here. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. So we're over by the Macdonald's on over here in Greektown. Those memories. This is the Angry Otter. Right on over here. This is your liquor store. Okay, they're open right now. You can head on in and get your liquor. Asim and me have been taking a sabbatical for about 9 months for alcohol. I believe we started our sabbatical in March of last year. But we do enjoy a good pint every once in a while. And I'm sure we used to enjoy a good pint every once in a while, and I'm sure we'll enjoy some good pints in the future too. But yeah, welcome to Greektown, Kitsilano. It gets a little more quiet on over here. It's not as busy. So we'll turn around here over at Waterloo Street. There's a few more blocks. There's a nice little pub down there called Heinz. Okay, and a few other pubs down there too. So you can head down this way. There's some good pubs, stuff like that. And Joe's Italian. Actually, you know what? I could go for a nice Joe's right now. I'm down here. I'm gonna go for some Joe's. I'm gonna go for an Italian sandwich. 'Cause I'm in the neighborhood. Just on the other side of the Kitsilano border, there is an Italian deli that is moving into, that's also opening up a new spot over on Main Street in the South Main neighborhood. Okay, around like Main and 19th, I believe. Okay, in the new building. And their original brick and mortar location is right on over here, just over in West Point Grey, just across the border. So I haven't had lunch yet, and I need a little bit of food. I had one of the sandos that Asa made. He usually makes like preps food for the fam and stuff like that. So here's Heinz right here. Heinz Bar and Kitchen. This is your Irish bar right on over here. You'll see a lot of Irish people in here. We have a large Irish diaspora. Oh, I haven't seen this before. I don't know if it's new or if they've been here for a while. I had just walked past it 10 million times and I didn't know. What? They're new? Yeah. Okay, they're new. That looks good. Looks good. It looks vintage. Vintage of Fab Finds. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Maybe West Broadway will turn into in Kitsilano will turn into the next Main Street. That would be awesome. But kind of like the thing with Main Street is it's really central in the city. So that's why it's really, really popular and stuff like that. Very, very popular. I'm getting hungry with all this talk about food. We're gonna go get some food. I'm at least gonna get some food. So good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. If you're getting hungry, I've done my job. So there's just this little residential section right on over here. When you come on over to this area right here. Okay. So it looks like you can get a spot for rent in here. People used to fight for spots to rent, but look at that right there. They got a for rent sign. This is like the reality of Vancouver right now. Oh wow. Like in the buildings back here have for rent signs too. Okay. There's a lot of rental units opening up in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect them to open up. Okay, the West End's another place where there's a lot of rentals opening up right now too. The downtown as well. So interesting to see. So interesting to see. Good to see you guys. Nice to have you. Go to Pho. We're going to Italian sandwiches. That's where we're going. Good to see you. It is a beautiful day out here. Let's see, Danny. It is a beautiful day out here. That is a beautiful place to live. Yeah, like if you live down on in this area right here, literally this is Dunbar right here. You head on down that way, you end up at Jericho Beach in a few blocks. In a few blocks. It is an awesome, awesome beach. There's the new building right there. It's looking good. Get me, I believe that was funded by the local indigenous community. I'm not sure if it's owned or anything. We got like indigenous sculptures in the outside too, which looks very, very cool. And yeah, that new building right there, when we were living here, it was just getting started. And when I say living here, we were living up at UBC, but the 99 comes right down here. That's that across the street there. When we're going for Joe's, that's West Point Grey. And on over here is Kitsilano. And if you live in one of those three neighborhoods, you're probably going to be in one of those other three neighborhoods very, very often. So we would often come down to this part of the strip right here. This is the busier strip here. We would go to the West Point Grey at 10th Street, West 10th Ave Village every once in a while and stuff like that. But this is where we'd really come when we weren't over at UBC. Right down to this strip right here. And of course it included the restaurants and shops just around here too, at the tail's edge, including a few of them that went up just a couple blocks up that way too. And there's Joe's right there. I hope they're open. They got their signs and bikes outside, so maybe they are. We'll wait and we'll see. This is West Broadway and Alma right on over here. Yeah. And again, Jericho Beach again, just right down this way. Look at that right there. That's a beautiful building. Beautiful building. Looks like they're gonna have like a market come in there too, a beef fresh market. That looks good. So this is Joe's right on over here. It looks like they're open. This is a legendary sandwich shop on over here. We could do a competition in the future to see which sandwich shop is better, but on over here, this is the staple if you want an Italian sandwich right here. Okay? Joe's Italian Deli. Right on over there. And you can get pasta and other stuff in here too. But this is Joe's Italian Deli. Right here on Alma Street. Let's get some B-reel. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. Yeah, so they got like groceries in here too, all like Italian focus and stuff like that. So you just go right up to the counter here. Okay, they'll give you a buzzer and everything else too. Okay, I'm gonna tip the camera up so that it's not on them. I'm just vlogging, I'm gonna keep the camera on me, is that okay? Okay, can I get the hot salami? Yeah. Let's go with a small.
Would that be all?
Yeah, that'd be all.
And this is for here or to go?
I'll have it here.
Ready for you there. This is your plus.
Thank you.
Print a receipt for that?
Yeah, if you can print a receipt for me, that would be awesome. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Okay. Our sandwiches are coming. Our sandwiches are coming. And so, and just like a lot of places, I love when restaurants, if they kind of like have like the food counter kind of thing on over here. It's a bit more like a food court. Okay, and they give you this. This is perfect because this is like reassurance. You know when your food's gonna come. Okay, or when it's ready. There's no question. You're leaning over the counter, like kind of guessing, is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready? It either is or it isn't. Okay, so I got a small spicy salami on over here. It's $11.38. Okay, if you want to check out Joe's, there's the QR code right there, right on their receipt right there. Okay, we're going to keep the camera on us and off of the other people. Okay. But good to see you. Nice to have you here on the stream. Yeah, what a day, what a day. It's so awesome, it's so awesome. Okay. Oh, I got another receipt in my pocket. Oh my gosh, I'm just full of receipts right now. I don't know, there's like a few people in front of me, but like the sandwiches, like if you come here and you get like a pasta dish, sometimes you're waiting a little bit longer for the pasta dish. It doesn't, okay? Those things sometimes take a little bit more time. If I sit down here, okay, again, we got this, so I'm not worried. We're totally out of the way, totally out of the way. But yeah. Okay, we're good. We'll wait for our food. The food's gonna come. But yeah, right on over here. Look at this right here. So this is where we're located right now. This is Alma, okay, and West Broadway. And this right here, this is where West Broadway turns into 9th Ave, right on over here. Okay. In my mind, I compare all the food to places like Newport House. Newport House is amazing, Omni. I love Newport House. I should go back to Newport House again. I do need to go back to Newport House. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, this is one of the places you can get Italian sandwiches in town. Now there's a bunch of different types of Italian sandwiches that are available. Hey, nice to see you. Good to have you on the stream. I think your name's written in Persian, so I can't read it or whatever that language is in there, but good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Yeah, so we're just waiting for this to go off right here. Once it goes off, we'll get our food. It's probably going to take like 10 minutes. They're busy, and we are by UBC right now too. Okay, all you gotta do is catch the 99 up the way. Okay, up West 10th Ave here, and that'll take you on over to UBC, the 99 UBC B line. So yeah, there's a lot of students down here, and they love getting the sandwiches down here. The big sandwiches fill you up, and the small sandwiches are good enough for a meal. Okay, and lately I've been eating a little bit less. I think it's just me, so I don't need the big sandwich that I used to need. So we're getting a little smaller one. Yeah, there's people getting some pasta dishes right now and stuff like that too. So cool. Oh yes, my name is Mohammed Jabari. Oh, very cool. Good to see you. Nice to have you, Mohammed. Good to have you on the stream. So we'll just chill out here. But yeah, there's a lot of, when you're in this area, you can tell not everyone who is a young adult over here is a UBC student, but plenty of them are. Plenty of them are. Hey, thank you so much.
No problem. Enjoy.
Appreciate it. Okay. Hold on. We just need some napkins. Okay. And there's some water there too. So I think we'll go back over because like sometimes you gotta wait because people will go. One person will come. Like there's a guy carrying 4 glasses of water here, but you can get water here, which is absolutely awesome. Not every restaurant in Vancouver does this, but when they do, and there's a few others that do, it is awesome. It is awesome to see. Okay. Get a sucker. Let's try the water first. That's good. You can hear, like, this place is busy. There's people all over here. So there is our nice little small sandwich here. Very compact. Okay. Just think it's like twice as long. Like, look at this. Like, it's the length of my head. It's not a small thing. Definitely not a small thing. Okay. Let's open it up for you guys. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Look at that right there. Look at that. That is awesome. Let's do like camera maintenance. Check that out. Oh, it's warm too. It's warm too. We could even do this. This would be better. Those are all thumbnail poses. Don't worry, guys. So you can freeze the frame later and take a photo from the video. No. It also shows off the food to you guys too. And look at this. A nice a bun right on over here. Italian. Okay. Nice salami in there. Okay. That's that Italian salami. They got a special name for it too. Okay. So you can come and read the menu for that. Okay, the spicy salami. And then it's got that nice piece of cheese in there, and then also the tomatoes and the lettuce. It's got that Italian vinaigrette and the olive oil on there too. This looks good. This looks good. And this right here, it's just $9. $9. Okay, $10 when you round up and everything. But yeah, pretty affordable. And this is why you get a lot of UBC students coming down here for the food. Mmm. Mmm. So the bun right on over here, hard on the outside, super soft when you bite into it, so it's not hard to bite into it at all. You're not struggling. Sometimes when you get these kind of like, it's like a baguette. Okay. There's a certain Italian name for it. Okay. They have their own kind of breads and stuff. But when you bite into it, sometimes it's super hard at some restaurants. Those restaurants are usually, we don't come back to. But Joe's on over here, it's just so nice and pleasurable and soft to bite into. So you want that tough exterior, but you want it to have that nice little snappy bite to it. Holds the sandwich together, but also makes it such a pleasure to eat. Mm. Mm. And this is a spicy Italian sandwich done right. Yeah, so the actual name of the sandwich I got is called Spicy Salami. All the sandwiches over here are Italian. They have like their traditional Italian sandwich you can get to. That's at the top of the menu. They have pastas on one side. They have Italian sandwiches on the other side. When you come on in, I love their salami on over here. And the thing is that they're just so far away from the downtown core, which sometimes it's a little difficult to get on over here when you got work and other stuff you gotta do. All of their sandwiches are delicious. All of them are delicious. And look at that right there. Like the meat ratio is proper in this. Proper. No, Nick, it's the Italian baguette. Give me a sec here. Okay, there's not focaccia on over here. Not all the shops will do a focaccia. Okay, if you want a good focaccia, you go on over to Prasado. If you want a focaccia-like experience with an amazing Italian sandwich that isn't made by Joe's, that's downtown, you can go on over to Dante. But that's why I'm excited that Joe's is going to open up over on Main Street, because then I can get it a little more often. No problem, Mohammed, good to have you. The pastas are amazing too, like the pesto and Alfredo. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Gemini right now, what is the Italian version of the baguette? So it's like the Italian version of the baguette. Let me get the name of it right here for you. Okay. That's more like a falone or a stradio or a ciabatta. This is probably, it's one of those three, Nick. Ciabatta, stradio, strava. Yeah, it might be a ciabatta. Okay. But the Italian version of the or the falone, it could be the falone too. We'll check on the way out. But absolutely delicious, absolutely delicious. Rody, good to see you. This is where the water comes in key. Like, you don't have to pay anything. You can just go grab as many glasses of water as you can, as you want. Okay, most people get 1-2 glasses. Every once in a while, you get a student who will come by and have like a water bottle and literally fill that up. And that's fine. They literally just take it, the water, go fill it back up again, and put it on back. But yeah, such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sandwich. Guys, this is such a great idea. Such a great idea. So probably ciabatta, but Italian, the Italian baguette. So here's the experience in layers. You go through the bun, hard on the outside, the ciabatta one. You go through it, hard on the outside, soft on the inside, very pleasurable. Then you hit, okay, there's like a spread here, a pesto spread in the sandwich, so you get the nuttiness of the pesto. It kind of mixes in with the spiciness of the salami. Then you move into the nice creaminess of the cheese, but it's like a firm cheese, so there's a little bit of flex to it too. So it gives like a nice texture to it. Then you get into the olive oil and the Italian dressing, or not the Italian dressing, it's like Italian vinaigrette in the lettuce and all that stuff. And then you just finish off with another bite of that soft, snappy bun. It is just so delicious. So delicious. So delicious. Now, if you are in the area around here, or you're stopping by like Hano Beach or Jericho Beach or something like that, swing on over to Alma and West Broadway on over here. Come to Joe's, get a nice sandwich. Like Justin said, get their pastas. They're delicious too. Yeah. And this place is this is one of my favorite sandwich shops in all of Vancouver. It's not my only favorite sandwich shop. I don't think I have like a number one, because they all do something slightly different and they're all delicious. And this is what we do on, for the people that are new to the stream, this is what we do on Let's Get Nosy. And of course, we're going to come to like the hidden gems like this. Now, people in the area know this is here, but not everyone knows about Joe's Deli. Okay, and that's why it's a bit of a hidden gem. It's known to the locals, it's known to the people that live in the area or work in the area or frequent the area. But for people who don't usually come down to this area, they might go on over and just eat at something a little more generic like the Good Co. in Kitsilano, okay, which is a great bar and stuff like that. But if you come, you can get your beers anywhere in town. You can come here. This is the only place you're going to come and get a proper Italian sandwich. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mohammed. Like if you're in the neighborhood now, like they are also affiliated with Mangina's sandwiches, which is another version of this shop. Okay, over on Granville Street in the South Granville neighborhood, and they'll soon be over on the Main Street version too. I love the spicy salami right here. Kind of like warms you up in the mouth. It's not like when acid cooks or like we go and we eat South Asian or Chinese, those types of peppers. It's a lot more like a lot more subtle of a heat that builds up very, very slowly in your mouth. Mm-hmm. What? Drabble said they had it at the church Christmas party for young adults. I used to go to when I was a young adult, I used to go to my church too back in the day in Toronto. We'd have some amazing food too, yeah. But the pasta from on over, yeah, you can get like big trays of pasta here and stuff like that. Yeah. That's true. That's cool. And church's chicken. That's awesome. That's an awesome combo. Wow. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. And get back outside for you guys, okay? Wow. Wow. That was so good. And what's so cool is you're starting to see some of these local chains take off, like Joe's is taking off, Slow Coffee's taking off. Okay, and expand across the city. It's so awesome. Cream Pony's expanding. Okay, even larger franchises like Brecca Bakery and Bubba Waffle Cafes are starting to pop up all over the place. Big Way Hot Pots. Joe's just one of them. Just one of them. Growing. Where did I put this?
Over there.
Over there. Okay, there's a bus bin. There's a bus bin in the garbage. That's where you put the cups. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Awesome. They even have a kids menu, so if you got kids, okay. But yeah, Joe's Deli right on over here. Come, let's go. Let's check out the rest of the city. I can't help myself. That was a very satisfying sandwich. Very, very satisfying sandwich. So, we have just left West Point Grey, where Joe's is, and we're back in Kitsilano. We'll stroll down the other side of the street here in the West Broadway neighborhood. But absolutely, absolutely delicious sandwiches. Oh my goodness gracious. Here's the new building right on over here though, across the street. Look at that right there. Beautiful indigenous art all over this building. And this is just one of them. There's more sculptures on there. So cool. But yeah, we're just outside of Mayhew, Sherwood, Flowers right on over here. This is kind of like a little gem. Like in the wintertime, this is actually a cool place to like walk into. And they got plants all over the place. Smells nice. Very, very cool. Very cool. But yeah, welcome to West Broadway here. We'll let the camera connect. Oh! This used to be a Tom Sushi. This is a Banachi Sushi now. And they got Korean rice bowls advertised on the outside. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. The influence of Korean people over here in this part of the city has definitely increased. And across the street, they got a nice little place where you can get a good little bubble waffle right on over here, Cafe W. We, of course, went into the Cafe W a few Monday munchies ago, over in the downtown core. Yeah, we're back to West Broadway here. This is West Broadway again, here in the city. An awesome little spot to come to. And you can see, we went and we checked out a few places already. So the next thing I want to do is just get on to the other side of this area here, shoot down Macdonald, or probably Macdonald, there's a better internet signal there, and then head on over to West 4th Ave for you guys, show you the other major retail strip here in the area. Okay, ooh, this is the Wolf and Hound pub. This is like your British colonial pub right on over here. Happy hour right on over here. Look, they got some really good brands here too. So it looks like all the more local or British Columbia brands: Driftwood, Hoyne, Parallel, Phillips, Red Truck, Strange Fellows. Some of these are here right here in Vancouver. I'm not sure where Driftwood is from. Okay, very cool. But yeah, we'll eventually get on over our sabbatical and do a brewery tour at some point in time for you guys, but yeah, not yet. Asif and me are still kind of enjoying not having alcohol every day, but sometime in the future. Luna, good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Yeah, we're over here right now on West Broadway in Greektown, Kitsilano. Oh wow. Oh wow. So these buildings right here, this is Point Grey Manor. Okay. This used to be the city of Point Grey until like 1929 or 1930. It amalgamated with, and my dates might be off by a decade or two, so feel free to fact check the history. The city of Point Grey amalgamated with the city of Vancouver and the city of South Vancouver to make what we have now, Vancouver. Okay? And this area was highly sought after, but now you can see, there you go to put up a sign like this, okay? Okay? People used to fight over the units in this building right here. Because of course, Greektown, Kitsilano, and West 4th Ave has some amazing restaurants on the strip. I cannot imagine why there's rental units opening up, but it's happening not only here, but all across the city. All across the city. I was, Selena saying, I was just along East Broadway, along the Broadway area. Oh, you were at church today. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay. Glad to hear that you had a nice baptism. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the street. That's definitely something to celebrate. It's a confirmation of your faith. Okay. I didn't have a choice. Like, at least like with other religions, like yeah, like my parents baptized me and all that stuff. Way back in the day. Way back in the day. No, when I was a kid, I didn't even get the choice. Anabaptists get a choice, and a few others that are similar to Anabaptists. So you don't have to share, Luna, what religion you are unless you want to. But very cool, very cool. Very, very cool. No problem. No problem. So if anyone wants to know what Anabaptism is, it's just the idea that you, when you get a little older, you're not baptized as a baby or a very young kid, you're baptized later on in life. And you get to make that choice. And that's just the difference there. And there's several different religions that fall under that in the Christian faith. Okay. But there's a whole bunch of different faiths here in Vancouver. Everything from, I think with my New West, there was like the Islamic Charitable Foundation. When I passed that door, I was just like, oh my gosh. I just like zoomed in on that. That was awesome to see. Just to show you the diversity of New Westminster as well. That's like a charitable foundation that does charitable works in and around New West. It's just so cool to see. And they're all hiding down on Front Street on over there, but very cool. Ah! Storm City, Coffee and Sweets right here. You can see this place is popular. There's plenty of seating outside and the weather isn't too bad right now. This place is gonna close in like another hour. So, but yeah, very awesome. Nick's like, you just got polar and baptized again during the polar bear. So that's kind of like the annual Vancouver baptism. That is true. So very interesting. I wouldn't necessarily call that, but yeah, I took the dunk, guys. If you want to see me take the dunk, it's in my live stream. I did the polar plunge over at English Bay Beach. Very, very awesome. Okay, and that is like over 100 years. I think it was like the 160th year this year. Okay, for the polar plunge at English Bay Beach. And there's polar plunges done all over, not only the city of Vancouver, but all over Canada. Okay, but the one on over here is one of the oldest in Canada. And yeah, it was cold. And it was fun. Asif came along too. There's no way you're getting him in the cold water in the winter. That's like more my side of the family's culture. But I really enjoyed Asif's take on it too. That was a whole lot of fun. And he's got a polar bear swim video up too, just exploring the culture and showing you. Like, that's a massive party on New Year's Day down at English Bay Beach. Definitely something to check out. And over here, and just down the way, okay, there's Sun Given Foods right there. That's your Asian-focused grocery store on over here. Okay, but just down the way here, okay, at Jericho Beach and Lurkano Beach and over at Kitts Beach, they also had people participating in the polar bear swim. Especially at Kitts Beach, they have a Kitsilano, they have their own kind of culture within a culture, which is kind of cool. And it's also because like people at Kitsilano, they want to be close to where they can get warm. So they do their dip over at Kitsilano Beach. Some people do their dip over at Kitsilano Beach, while other people will make the big long trek on over to West Point Grey, or not West Point Grey, English Bay Beach. Wow, I got all these names mixed up in my head right now. English Bay Beach. Polar bear. I remember that I saw some world record for polar bear. Polar bears are pretty big animals. And our polar swim, that's why it's named after polar bears. Because they're big and they're tough and they're dangerous, and well, you gotta be big and tough. You don't have to be dangerous, but you gotta be tough enough to do a polar bear swim. Ah! That's so awesome. So awesome. This is my way of a penguin polar bear plunge dunk, walking back into the beautiful bright light of, oh, that is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, it is a fresh turnover, Luna. It definitely is. It definitely is. Here's the first restaurant we ever ate at. Asavimi right on over here. This place is amazing. Okay, closed on Wednesdays, but they generally have pretty good prices in here. I'm sure the prices have gone up slightly because inflation has gone up here in Canada too. Okay, not criticizing any governments or anything like that. Just talking about facts. Okay, but yeah, that place is awesome. Yes, the polar bears can like the size and weight of it. Yeah, they can. They very can. I remember one time leading some trips up in northern Ontario, and we had to carry guns with us and stuff like that too, and bear spray and a whole bunch of stuff just to keep ourselves safe. Never had to shoot or anything like that, but yeah, that happens. Never saw a bear out there, but yeah, still very, very interesting. The further north you go, guys, the bigger the bears get. Okay, so this place has been a thrift store, a vape shop, electric lettuce shop. There was a restaurant in here at one point in time. Wow. It's gone through some hands. And here, Acid will still come down here every once in a while. He's going more often now to Commercial Drive because he can catch the SkyTrain on over there, but he goes to City Avenue. He really enjoys it. Every once in a while, he'll come down to this one. And we're just passing the Serrano Bakery right on over here too. One of your more prominent Greek businesses here in town. Oh, the Yum. Well, this is what happened to the Yum. So the Yum was down here, okay, right here, over on Greek Broadway, here in Greektown, but it actually moved. So the Yum hasn't necessarily closed, but it has moved to Main Street. So that's interesting to see. I'm passing by the old Hollywood Theater here. This is a historic site. It's got one of these plaques right out here. When you see one of these plaques, it's the City of Vancouver Heritage Building here. They usually got their different posters on over here. It looks like on January 17th, Canadian hip-hop artist Shad's coming in. That's very cool to see. Very, very cool to see. And another 2 days, the Free label's coming on in. You'll see a lot more of like Shad and independent Canadian artists coming through, as well as American artists will come on through this area too. Okay. and artists from all different cultures, because there's a lot of different cultures here in this area. And then they have dances too, and it looks like they also had a showing of the new Frankenstein movie. So this is a very, very popular place to come to. Okay, you'll often see lineups out here. I'm sure Shad's gonna have a huge lineup here. He's like a legendary Toronto artist, or is he Vancouver? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Shad's Vancouver or Toronto. He was very popular either way. Let's double check that. Where is Shad, the hip hop artist, from? Oh good, I spelt it right. London, Ontario. Currently based out of Toronto. Okay. That's our first saw Shad back in the day. Seen Shad a few times. Seen him in Windsor, Ontario too. Over at the Fog Lounge. And the Hollywood Theatre is another place. If you know artists like Hayden and them too, they've played over at that Hollywood Theatre on over there. And yeah, hip hop also plays well out of there. K-pop. Small, like, independent K-pop groups will also come in here. It is wild what will come on into that Hollywood Theatre down the street. Here we go. Of course, there's the Shoppers Drug Mart right on over there across the street. Let's head up the way now. Oh, that's a cute dog. Hey, buddy. Very, very calm dog. Very, very calm dog. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna miss Tachi God. They did a good job. They did a very, very good job. But not everything can last forever. So they were really good. I actually didn't have their tacos. I tried their tacos because Asu had their tacos. I was always getting their burritos and their churros on over here. So I would like stop in here and grab like a Jarritos and a nice Kits burrito. Okay, that's the one I liked. And it was absolutely delicious. Came with both a verde sauce and a red sauce. It was so, so tasty. Oh, and here's where our Brillas moved in too. They also have a downtown location. Well, it's a West End location. And they're awesome right there too. And there's the pie hole. This one's one of the other new kids on the block. This has been around. This is a Vancouver staple though, so don't think that these are rookies here on the block. They've been here for probably about a year and a half now. But they used to be over on West 4th Ave. So, but yeah, let's head up the street. We're just behind Lana Island right on over here. Love this place, love this place. Nice little coffee shop. Good. So we'll head up the street here and we'll head down Macdonald and over to West 4th Ave for you guys. Ass is heartbroken. No problem. No problem, babe. No problem. We have alternatives. Yeah, every once in a while, it'll be time for a restaurant to leave, and what every once in a while there'll be a time when there's a restaurant to leave. Not all restaurants when they leave is a bad story, and we don't know the story about Tachigan. Sometimes they leave for the reason that a lot of people think. They ran, it was getting too costly to run their business. But other places like Joe's Cafe and stuff like that, it was just getting to the time when it was time for them to retire. So, and Joe's Cafe, which is a nice little cafe over in West Point or on the drive, closed. Now it's kind of a success story because they were still very successful before they closed and stuff like that. So sometimes a restaurant will close out of necessity because they're burning cash, but a lot of the time here in Vancouver, these restaurants are closing just because it's time for the people to retire or they want to move into another business, all that type of stuff. So it's not necessarily always negative. It's just good to see. And something else will move in there, and we'll be excited about that when it does. When it does come. And just past Persian foods right on over here. Oh, Lumiere moved in here. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so this is Lumiere right here. Their cloud lattes and matchas and stuff like that are delicious. So yeah, there has been a bit of movement on over here, but you can see like when I'm pointing out stuff, okay, there's other stuff that has moved in here too. They're still having their Boxing Day sale over at the Plenty. Very cool, very cool. Okay. Let's go to West 4th Ave. What's some Vancouver slang? I need some practice in my English. I don't know. Like, we'll say a lot of yeah. I can tell you that much. This is Macdonald and West Broadway on over here. And where yeah comes from, but you'll also hear it in other places, but a lot of Vancouverites have gone to other cities as well. Like you'll hear it sometimes in Toronto. That's one way you can tell that it might be a Vancouverite or a Torontonian who spent time in Vancouver, is if they're using the yeah. It's a kind of a way to acknowledge that we're listening but not really listening. Okay? Or to show interest, but we're not like, you know, fully invested. So it's like, it's almost like in Toronto, one of the things that we used to say, they have, but Toronto has some of it, crazy slang in different parts of the city. It's such a unique city in that way, but sorry. Okay. There was the whole other side of the sidewalk. Oh, Nelly, Nick. Oh, Nelly. But yeah, it's like, it's almost like the yeah over here in Vancouver. It's like, that's cool. Cool. Awesome. That type of thing. I'm sure other people in the chats know a little bit more. So, yeah. Know a little bit more. What a day, what a day. Vancouver, that is some good slang right there too. That's true. That's true. East Van, West Van. Like, if I'm over in East Van, okay, let's say it's a nice sunny day, people are all hanging out, people are in good moods and stuff like that. Every once in a while I'll pass by someone if I'm live streaming or something like that, and you know, be polite and everything. They'll come in the back of the camera, they'll go like this. And then sometimes they'll be like, East Van! I love it. I love it. You do not have people over on the west side being like, West Side! No, it doesn't happen that way. But East Van, East Van! And this is kind of like, you'll see this every once in a while too, from Vancouverites. It means something different when you put the two fingers straight up with the knuckles facing forward, but Yeah. Oh, this person's got some ski bags here. It's not hard. A lot of people, yeah, ski bags. A lot of people will just jump on the bus now, right, these days, and they'll just take the bus on over to either Cypress Mountain or Grouse Mountain and just go up and ski. Literally take the bus and ski. And we just saw someone waiting. They're sitting on the ground with their ski bag because it's heavy. Waiting. J-Man, fighter of the night, man. Ah, nah, good to see you. Nice to have you on the street. So good to see Knock. Good to see Milenko here too. Yeah, I believe Thomas Mueller plays for the Vancouver Whitecaps now. Very interesting to see. Definitely an asset to the team. So, but yeah, I'm not a big football fan, aka what they call soccer in Canada. But yeah, definitely has been an asset to the team. Okay, so even someone like me who doesn't watch a lot of that stuff, okay, it's still good to see the team bring happiness to people and stuff like that. And that's what a lot of our sports franchises do. They make people happy, and that's important. So yeah, definitely a good asset. And like a serious player for Germany too. Oh my goodness gracious. One of those stars you just happen to know just because they're so popular for their time and their age. Oh, Derby's. I think Derby's closed. I'm not sure though, so double check that. Oh, they've moved down the block. Okay. And the liquor store is still open, but they've moved down the block. Okay. We moved down the block. Okay, so they got a lot of signs. So they did close on over here in Derby's when they have moved down the block. Okay, at least the liquor store. So the liquor store still exists, but not the restaurant. That's unfortunate. Here's one of those new buildings right on over here too. Okay, so you're gonna see a whole lot more of these types of buildings moving into this area in the future time. We're now at Macdonald and West 4th Ave here. You got this new one building across the street with a nice fresh market in there. So that's gonna have a whole lot of ready-mades. It's really good for the students, okay? Because when you're a student, you don't cook as often, you like to go out, but the ready-mades are always a little bit cheaper, okay, than other things. And then across the street, we got another new building right on over here too that's opened up. Okay, very awesome to see, very, very awesome to see. And we're right now over here by Sunshine Coast. Okay, so this is the legendary Sunshine Coast convenience store right on over here. Okay, if you live in the area, you've probably been in here a few times, and I have. We're gonna wait and cross the street here. Okay, so this is the intersection. You can see like a new Shoppers is gonna come in here. This section right here used to be a little more quiet. Like people would go to Darby's and Chewy's down the street here. Darby's is gone though, but this place is gonna get busy with these new apartments in here. There's gonna be so many people down here. There's gonna be way more demand on the quieter part of West 4th Ave here. This is the quieter part at the bottom of the hill. We're gonna go to the busier part, but this place is gonna start getting busier. Look at all the new like 3-4 story buildings on over here. Some of them are 6. I think the one in front of me is 6. Okay, that's awesome. Like ages ago, we saw this type of starting to creep into like in Toronto into the the Danforth Mosaic area and stuff like that. It kept pushing out further and further and into Scarborough, and it started transforming the city. And this is like a decade or two ago, and now we're seeing it happen. I'm seeing it happen on over here in Vancouver. So like I understand that people don't necessarily want to have to move if their building's being torn down or something like that, and like there's a give and a take there, and if you need to protest and stuff like that. Okay, but I'm just talking from experience of seeing the city of Toronto change through my lifetime, and seeing the city of Vancouver go through the same growing pains and changes as well. Literally following the same pattern. The same pattern. This store right on over here specializes exclusively in charcuterie. Exclusively. Just the interesting shops that you get on over here. Charcuterie is like your meats and cheeses put on a board and brought out to you. So. Let's go up the street. So welcome to West 4th Ave. Okay? This is the quieter part of West 4th Ave down the hill here, but it doesn't mean that it's any less important. It's got important stores here. Scuba diving, we're right by the ocean here. Major sport in this area. You don't usually see it because they're underwater. But still, lots of people do it. Okay? This is where you got like, this is your firmware hack over here. They'll fix any kind of technology that you have that deals with like computers and stuff like that. And that's one of the old buildings that used to be in this area. So you can see like these old buildings used to be in, this is like one of the original buildings here. You can tell because it's got this Essex block name right here too. So that building could have been here since the 40s or the 30s, but okay. And that is amazing. That is amazing. West 4th Ave in 1928 was was designated as one of the retail strips in the area. So you had some apartment buildings moving in on top of stores, just so the store owners would usually own the whole building and maybe rent out to another person and have a few renters in there. But what the 1995 city plan did was help make these economic cores better. And they were continuing that even to this day. These city plans, when we write them and planners write them, they literally change the city slowly over time. So the 1995 city plan slowly started to bring in more of these buildings. These are brand new buildings. I saw them being started to build here. Okay. And now that these buildings have started moving in, you can see them also on Commercial Drive and stuff like that too. Okay. The Commercial Drive ones are a little bit older. Now we're starting to move into even more densification from the federal government and the provincial government, mandating all the way down to the municipal government that we need more high density around our transit stations, whether it's a subway station or a SkyTrain station or a bus hub or stuff like that. So city's going to transform again. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be such a drastic transformation because some areas in Vancouver are moving from single family home designated areas right into like 20-story towers. Like think of East 29th Avenue Station. A lot of houses on over there, some lower apartment buildings, but now anything around East 29th Avenue Station, developers are starting to buy up properties and they're planning to build 20-story towers right there around those different places. Fascinating, fascinating. Bardinio, good to see you. Nice to have you on the street. Yeah, we're in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and another firmware hacker right on over here. Awesome. So awesome. Oh, this is the Dark Table restaurant here. This is where if you want to eat in darkness, you can. That's not really for me, but I've had some of our more friends that do some ridiculous things, like go on in there. Me eating in the dark is not one of my choices, but they had fun, and that's the important part. Oh, you're from Brazil. Very cool. Nice to have you on the stream. Oh, thanks, Mohammed. So these buildings along this stretch right here, all of these buildings have been in the news. Okay, the people that live here have been fighting. They actually want to change these buildings and develop new buildings here. So there's been proposals going out, and they've been really fighting to try to stop those proposals. Okay. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to stop the proposals from going through, because the new laws that came in from the provincial government mean that there is less public consultation, and they really push for more building than less building. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's kind of a sad story for the people that live here, but also at the same point in time, it's just the fact of life. So I'm just talking about facts. And that's up on this part of the strip here, on this side of Lark Street, and then on the other side of Lark Street, and that's Lark Street right there. Justice, Nick's like, shut your eyes and eat in my shop. Ah! Ah! So this is Lark Street right here. One more block and we're up at the next major retail area. This place isn't busy late at night. This is not a place that you come to late at night. This is a place you come to for lunch or a dinner, and especially on the weekends, brunch. And then shopping as well. How's the weather there right now? I would say it's probably around 6-7 degrees outside. Not quite sure. Yeah, it's around 6 degrees and it is 3:22 in the afternoon. 3:22 in the afternoon. Some more of the buildings that are currently looking in the future to change into much taller buildings. They redid this building right here. It looks gorgeous now. They did a really, really good job. Fresh balconies. So beautiful. So, so beautiful. Okay. Let's go down the strip here. So if you live in Kitsilano, you'll go to West Broadway and Greektown, or you'll come over here to West 4th Ave most often when you want to go to a restaurant really quickly. Okay, that's close to home, or you got something to do. There's your dry cleaners right there. So some kind of public service you need. There's banks, there's dentist office, all that type of stuff. on these two strips that I'm on today here in the neighborhood. And this is West 4th Ave right on over here. This is considered a little bit more built up, a little more popular than Greektown. Greektown is more for the locals or people that are, or tourists or people that are heading on over to places like Wreck Beach and stuff like that. Wreck Beach is a beautiful beach to go to. Or Admiral Beach. Okay. So the beach going crowd are the locals. And then over here, this is where you get a few more tourists in the area, but again, much more local flavor on over here too, especially with the people that live on the west side of Vancouver. So this is like the main street of the west side of Vancouver right on over here. You said about time? Well, it is 2:54. Oh, it's that early for Mohammed. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I love that this gets all over the world, the live stream. So cool. Here's a local Safeway that it's on over here. Okay. If you want a cheaper grocery store, down at Alma Street, just a block away from where we were at Joe's, north, there's the Jericho Village Plaza, and there's a No Frills on over there. That has more deals than Safeway, but Safeway has, sometimes you'll find, once you learn the grocery stores in Vancouver, you'll find even some of the grocery stores that are considered more affluent or more pricier, okay, have some amazing deals as well. So a lot of people will go restaurant to restaurant, okay, they'll go grocery store to pick up what they can, okay, try to get the best price with the amount of grocery stores that are in their geographic area. So we're crossing Vine Street here. Up here, we're on top of the plateau that goes down to English Bay and the Burrard Inlet, and you'll be able to see some of the mountains when you're over here in this part of the area. Walk around these guys right here. See a lot more people when you're down here in this part of the city. Okay. Grocery store right on over here. This is your local Whole Foods. So there's several different grocery stores that are very popular, and then here in Vancouver, and then there's several different produce stores that are popular in the area as well. That specialize, sometimes they'll have some meat ingredients, but really there'll be more produce stores, so selling vegetables and stuff like that. For the produce stores, there's Kin's Farms, and there's City Avenue Market, very popular, okay? For grocery stores, there's Whole Foods, Save On Foods, Safeway, and No Frills. They're big popular ones. And then they'll have smaller grocery stores as well. Persia Foods is also one of the smaller, bigger chains. It caters to the Persian community, but has a lot of ingredients that also just everyone can use. And then you'll find small little grocery stores, everything from the Aria grocery store that is over on Bidwell Street, just off of Robson Street in the West End, to small little markets like Kay's Market, that's a Filipino market over in the Joyce Collingwood area that caters not only the Filipino people but everyone who happens to live in that community. So very cool to see. And because this is a much more affluent area, there is people here that are working class, blue collar, white collar, but there's a lot of affluent people that live in the area too. But so you'll get these more expensive stores here selling ski gear and stuff like that for architects on over here. But this is also a major retail strip in the area. And instead of big shopping malls in Vancouver, well, we have a big shopping mall down in downtown, okay? And that's called the CF Pacific Center. And we're gonna have another boutique shopping mall over in Oak Ridge Park whenever that opens up, okay? Okay. These strips also serve as, the camera's on me.
I got it going on your camera. You turn it off for it, then it'll go walk by. That's part of your fucking entertainment.
Ah! Nick, we got another one here. The camera's on my face. Ah! Oh wow, that was a physical assault right there. That person literally physically assaulted me.
Call a cop right now. Call a cop. Big mouth.
I don't have
Call
to.
a cop.
I have it on film.
Well, call a cop. You said I assaulted you.
You chose to
Call a
behave that
cop.
way.
Call a cop. We'll talk about whether I can walk steady or not when you're blocking the sidewalk with that fucking camera.
Wow. This is entertainment, guys.
No,
This
it's
is
not.
what
You're
they
an
do.
asshole.
They provide
You're an
entertainment.
asshole. Spell it A-S-S.
This is being live streamed right now, hon.
You gotta put it in letters because you're too fucking stupid.
Hon, you chose to bump into me. The camera was on my face the whole time.
Notice how I walk steady and you're in my fucking way. I'm
Now you're
handicapped,
just
asshole.
embarrassing yourself.
Read it, handicapped.
Wow, guys. Wow. Here's the sidewalk here. This is where this person was standing. And this is where my feet are here. I was just standing with the camera out of the way of the sidewalk, right on over here. And that person decided to come on over and cause a problem. And usually they cause a problem because they're actually lonely at home. A lot of the people that live in this area, sometimes their families have grown up, their kids have moved away. That's why they wonder why kids don't come for trick-or-treating anymore to their place, because there's a large aging population over here. The only reason there's a whole lot more younger people in this area is because of the university that brings young people into the area. Otherwise, it would be a much, much older place. So, yeah, everyone saw the camera was on me, so I'm not in the wrong. But if they choose to get on the camera and talk on the camera while I'm here, that's their problem. Well, let's keep going. Ah, Nick, you had fun. Ah. That happens every day. People in Vancouver can be mean. Yep, some people can be mean. Other people are very, very nice and very, very happy. So, yeah, most people aren't worried. But yeah, it gives us something to laugh at, to be honest with you guys. Unless I actually get really hurt, I'll call out the assault. But unless I actually get really, really hurt, okay, I'm not too concerned. I'm not too worried. No problem. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the street, Mohammed. There's the new sign right on over there. That came in just last year right there. That is the Kitsilano sign right on over there. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, me too.
So awesome. Ryan? Good to see you. Nice to have you on the stream. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. But yeah, I was just like this. Camera on face. Actually, I was facing the storefront, so I wasn't even on the street at that point in time. It's funny how that always happens when you're having the camera on your face. Very interesting. Yeah. He was harmless. Oh my gosh, there's a doggo that's having so much fun. So much fun. There he goes behind me there. Happy, happy doggo. Thanks, Omni. Is everything all right? Yeah, Mohammed, everything's all right. Don't worry about it. There's a Connie's right on over here. If you want some good North American Chinese food, this is the place to come. These people are amazing. They got amazing food here, okay? We had their fried chicken on over here, okay? Absolutely delicious, okay? So definitely something to check out if you happen to be in the area. And Connie gave us their special chicken too, and that was like their house special, so delicious. Okay, now they do family style, so when you look at it, it's like a $22 plate, but it's meant to be fed to a whole bunch of people. It's like when you go to an Indian restaurant. Chinese restaurants are a lot like that too, where you order several dishes and then you get rice, or in an Indian restaurant you'll usually get naan or something like that. Okay, let's eat with your food. So, but Connie's awesome, and that's family style for you. But Connie's is awesome. So this is our Buda Street right here. Okay. So awesome. Well, we'll head on down this way. Just passing Sophie's Cosmic Diner. And it looks like Sophie's has just got a few more customers, and then they'll probably wrap up for the day. Two places that were super busy on over here, that are always super busy on over here. Jam Cafe, Sophie's Cosmic Diner on the weekend during brunch time. It's past brunch time now because it's 3 p.m. But up until like 2 p.m. they usually have lines and stuff like that. If you don't want to stand in line but you still want the brunch experience, you're willing to wait a little bit, okay, you can come at the tail end of the brunch time, okay, and usually you can snag a good meal at that time if you don't want to wait. No problem, Mohammed. It's all part of the live experience, just so you guys know that it's live. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that building. That's an interesting building with all the glass. Interesting. So this is West 4th Ave right on over here. Riot just subbed. Ah! Well, then I acted professionally, right? Ah! What can you do? Like, news reporters deal with that type of thing on a regular basis. I'm just a lifestyle guy. Okay? So, Indian Oven above the street, La Rota Neapolitan Pizza down below, and Juicy Joe's, all amazing restaurants. Okay? All amazing restaurants right on over here. And then an amazing bar that's been here since 1975, the Benamis right on over here. They got a liquor store too. Okay? It's so awesome. So awesome. This little section right here, my favorite, but they're all good, is Juicy Joe's. But that's just my preference. I love a good smash burger. I love it. They have a good smash burger. They ain't cheap. They ain't expensive though either. But they are delicious. Oh, I thought we had the light for a sec. Yeah, this is the intersection of Maple Street, okay, and West 4th Ave on over here. Across the street, right on over there, they have the pop-up plazas and stuff like that. The city has started making these pop-up plazas permanent. Currently, what they're doing is they are they just finished building out a Butte Robson Plaza, okay. And they've made, they're currently working on the Canby Street plazas and the Main Street plazas. Okay, this plaza on over here doesn't get as busy here on Maple Street, so they'll get to it eventually. But yeah, absolutely. It's good to see, and those are the other types of things that are changing the city. These plazas give us places to sit and eat outside and come to these areas, and if we can't get a seat in a restaurant and it's not a rainy day, they have umbrellas there though too, so you can sit under an umbrella. You can come on out and enjoy a seat outside to enjoy the food too. Brings more business on over here than just the local Kitsilano crew. The Kitsilano crew is awesome, but when you can bring more people in the area, it supports the businesses even more. Mr. Old Grumpy was looking for trouble. Yeah, exactly. You gotta call those people out. You gotta call those people out. I could see a Versus era episode, Insight with Cheese Slap versus Juicy Joe. That's a good idea, Justin. That's a really good idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. I'm Googling the dark restaurant. Oh my gosh, Gina Thorley. I don't know about the dark restaurant beyond what friends have said, and they like eat, and they said it was very good, and they eat in darkness. But other than that, I have no idea. So they said they enjoyed it. So definitely. And guys, when you're down here and you're passing this place, don't forget about the different cafes, shops, and restaurants that are down here. Nice little Tacofino down here too. They do a really good job on over here. Definitely, definitely. Really, really good job. They also have a plaza at Kalos and Hastings. Oh, really? Very cool. Very cool, DJS. GJ guy, spy guy. Good to see you. Nice to have you on the street. What a day. What a day. It has definitely been an interesting day. Definitely been an interesting day. Well, you got that's one thing that I've learned from live streaming is just to be patient, calm and cool with people. Okay. It's really helped improve my public speaking skills and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely, definitely. Just enjoy coming out and sharing a little bit of the city with you guys. So. Ah, Nick! Little Star Wars reference for all of you. With the hand pass. Ah. You guys are making me, you folks are making me laugh. Use the force to rope. Ah! So this is the tail end of the Kitsilano side of West Point Ave. Once you go across the street, you're technically in the Fairview neighborhood. So it's a different neighborhood. So whenever they do community consultations, on this side of the street, it's the Kitsilano community. For everything behind me and up to Burrard Street, okay, within the Kitsilano borders that they used to consult on. So if they wanted to put a new building in here under the 1995 city plan, they'd used to have consultations, and if a small minority of people said, no, we don't want that building in our neighborhood, then they wouldn't build that building in the neighborhood, or it'd slow down the development process, okay? And across the street here, on the other side of Burrard Street here, the Fairview neighborhood would make their decisions. So a lot of these neighborhoods now have a whole bunch of different jigsaws of different stuff. Like if you go to Shaughnessy neighborhood, they would always try to stop development from coming into that neighborhood unless you were someone who had a lot of money. Okay? Now it's not as affluent an area as it used to be. West Point Grey has gotten more affluent, but yeah. So there's no shops in Shaughnessy. I did a neighborhood check up there. Actually, there's shops over in the Kerrisdale, on the Kerrisdale retail area that's on the Shaughnessy border. So I was incorrect about that. But yeah, hardly any shops in Shaughnessy. Okay, but over here, okay, you can see the Kitsilano neighborhood. They wanted these vibrant streets right on over here, just like retail strips with apartments above them, just like Fairview neighborhood wanted over here too. Okay, on this side. But now, the provincial government has stepped in and mandated a bunch of different stuff. These neighborhoods are going to transform once again, okay? And less around where the existing tall buildings are on over here, and more around like the bus house or the train stations. And there isn't a big train station on over here, anything like that. So it's more along the lines of the existing houses are now the ones that where people can build. Developers are coming in and buying up houses, and they're making them into sixplexes and stuff like that. And it's just changing these neighborhoods once again. So I'm just talking about the change. Ah, Canadian. I don't think that person knew that. Ah. Ah. Good to see you on the stream. Thanks for making me chuckle. It's greatly appreciated. Speaking of Kerrisdale, that pad thai was great and good value too. Oh yeah, I got a feast. What was that? The Legato Cafe over in Kerrisdale. That place is awesome. I love the Legato Cafe. So this is Burrard Street here. Okay. On this strip here, you're gonna see a lot of different expensive car shops here on the strip. There's actually, what is that big super expensive car? There's the big super expensive car up the way too. They got a little shop on over here too. I can't remember the name of that one right now off the top of my head. If I think about it in a few minutes, it'll come out. You can see Ferrari here, Audi. There's a few where the car companies work together. There's Austin on over there. And then across the street, they have interesting places as well above some normal places. So LabX, pretty normal. This one on over here, pretty normal. Nova Phase, Subway, normal. But then you got the Bitcoin exchange as well on over here. And this place has been in the news a few times. Okay, and that's over here. This is Kitsilano Square, right on over here. They haven't done anything bad or anything like that. They just kind of consult them because they're like the people that know about Bitcoin. One of the people in Vancouver that knows about Bitcoin, so. So, what can you say? What can you do? Yeah, there's some really awesome cars if you're a car person. This is definitely Lincoln. They got a Lincoln shop over just on West 5th Ave. We're currently on West 6th Ave right, or West 2nd Ave right here. But they also got Aston Martins right on over here. Bentley is right on over there. Audi's right here. There's a few shops even a little further down into here too with some interesting stuff. So yeah, okay. So if you're looking for a fancy car, this is one of the strips you can come to buy one. Like you see, another strip on the other side of town, okay? Then East Vancouver, but very close to the downtown border with East Vancouver would be Terminal Ave, okay? And on the side that has Long Quay Music as well as the Home Depot. There's a whole slew of different car shops down there too, also selling very expensive cars. So, you know, it just is what it is. And over here, guys, we can see the unceded territory of the Squamish. Right on over here. This armory was actually built in the 30s, okay, because they had displaced the Squamish from the area, and they couldn't. It was still designated as part of a reserve. Now they've settled the reserve boundaries in court, so it's gotten a whole lot smaller. But the Squamish actually have land that they can say they own now. I don't know everything around that, okay, but the reason that we have the armory on one side and the park on the other is this used to all be part of the Squamish land. And buildings like this are actually on the old Squamish territory still too. These buildings here and whatever was here before these buildings, I'm sure there was just houses here before, okay? These were built technically illegally. And it's all legal now and stuff like that. What happened was in 1913, the Squamish people were bullied off of their reserve, literally, and given large sums of cash and just told you either get this cash and you can leave now, okay, or we'll take the land from you by force and stuff like that, and legally then you'll get no money. So yeah, so this park right here, the reason it's still a park and it's been around for so long, just like this, the C4 Park on over here, is because they didn't want to build anything on this specific plot of land because this used to be part of the reserve, okay? And it was never ceded to the municipal government here, okay? So they built parks here. Vanier Park is another place that was built, okay, to take over indigenous lands. Vanier Park, Kitsilano Beach, all part of the old Kitsilano Reserve if you go back in time. And because the indigenous people had abandoned them, the city planners just considered it vacant land and just built parks on over there. They didn't want to build anything else just in case the law came in and stuff like that. So that's why you see some of these parks here. And then over time, they acquired legally through the court systems the city land so that they could build different buildings and institutions on over here and stuff like that. So I don't know the entire legal process and everything, but definitely interesting history. Interesting history. Range Rover dealerships. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So cool. So there's a lot of history in Kitsilano. Okay, and now we're not going to get upset with the people of today. This is done. Some of these injustices that I've just been recently talking about, they were done by people long gone. They're not here anymore. Okay, but this is Sanok right here, these 3 towers right here, and there's going to be up to 11, and they're going to tower both on this side, but imagine on the other side, there's going to be towers all over here as well. Okay, behind the old brewery that's here. Towers cropping up, and when you dive down this street right here, you're going to drive through the towers into the downtown core. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. But yeah, guys, I'm just over at the Welcome to Kitsilano sign on over here, and yeah, we're where I wanted to kind of wrap it up for you guys today on over here too. So yeah, that's it for the stream. We went on all over Kitsilano today and explored both Greektown, went on over to West Point Grey, just across the border on Alma Street to have a nice Italian sandwich at Joe's Italian Deli. Then we came back through Kitsilano and explored a little bit more of Greektown and came on over here and explored West 4th Ave. And yeah, we get to finally look at Sanok right on over here too, which is like the new symbol of indigenous sovereignty that's going to sit on either side of the border here between Kitsilano right on over here, and those exact same number of towers, if not more, are going to be on this side too. And people are literally going to drive through indigenous sovereignty on the way over there. That's so cool. That's so cool. Check out the plans online. Those buildings look so futuristic. It's amazing. It is amazing. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming along today, and have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? Bye. Oh man, those buildings are just gorgeous. Just gorgeous.